Okay. Despite my clear opposition to this practice, the tradition of standing for the flag in unison is an admirable goal in its own right. While students gathered in common and united by a shared respect for their country and its ideals is respectable, the idea of banning an opposition to the ritual flies in the face of the very ideal of unity the ritual is meant to represent. This means that an idea of sharing a common goal is better spent on the very principle of freedom of expression rather than on any individual expression itself. Re-traumatizing students like these through forced participation in American traditions during the school day is an irresponsible use of instructional time, as well as potentially harmful to students and staff of diverse cultural backgrounds. This leads up to the important fact that students and staff in schools should have the ability to opt out of the pledge tradition. All right, so this starts out with a nice way to present a counter argument. It says, despite my clear opposition to this practice, so this flows, okay? And we are talking about the tradition of standing for the pledge. The pledge. I don't know if pledge is a real word, but that sounded kind of funny. It's saying that, yeah, this can have good things about it. You know, the idea of getting together and having a common goal and being in unison as a community, sure, there could be some good, positive that comes from that. But we are going to talk about other things throughout this paragraph. We're not defending, standing for the pledge during this paragraph. We presented a counter argument after a transition, and now we're going to explain our idea that you should be able to opt out, just like it says in the thesis statement in the green paragraph. Okay, so we talked about trauma in our thesis statement, and it is mentioned again here. So does it align with the thesis statement? Yes. Okay. Does it have clear transitions? Yes. Despite my clear opposition to this practice. And at the end it says, this leads up to the important fact that students and staff in school should have the ability to opt out of the pledge tradition. So there is a nice flow that leads up to this fact, and it even says this leads up to make it even more clear. The tone is nice and informative and distinguished, okay? The diction is aligned with the diction that we've been using throughout this piece, which is helping us present our argument and is appropriate to the audience. All right, and we are following the thesis. We also don't have errors. So this body, paragraph 3, is on par with the others. It's a 6. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the last paragraph, the conclusion paragraph.